Good afternoon, gamers, and welcome to Board Games and Beyond. This is where we talk about what's news and what's new in the board gaming industry. I'm Rick.
And I'm Gretchen.
And let's get right to it with the news. All right, so with Pathfinder, Playtest Part 3 being announced, Paizo came out and said, hey, it's time. Our timeline is at the point where we're at Part 3 of our playtest. The third of 7 scenarios in the Doomsday Dawn adventure officially began at Paizo Inc. The relentless adventure for 4 7th-level characters was written by acclaimed Paizo developer Amanda Harmon Kuntz. It runs on real and virtual tabletops through September 23rd as part of the worldwide free playtest of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And if you want to find out more about that, go over to paizo.com/Pathfinder playtest # schedule.
#?
Schedule.
We also have Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game, not the video game. Right? So it's based off the video game. This game is being funded on Kickstarter by Steamforged. It's assigned a dangerous quarry by the Hunter's Lodge. Players choose a tribe and a class for their hunter and embark on an adventure through the wilds.
Ooh.
Yeah, a variety of machines and unexpected events lurk along the way, and awaiting them at the end of the trail is a lethal boss fight.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fully funded after just a couple of hours.
That's crazy.
Bam, yeah. You can find out more at kickstarter.com/projects/steamforged/Horizon Zero Dawn TM the board game. So
that's a lot.
It is a lot. That's a mouthful.
Dang. Also, Stone Age 10th anniversary, celebrating 10 years of the classic worker placement game with this special anniversary edition. You persevere through the heat of summer and the harsh cold of winter to build the foundation of human civilization. That's pretty exciting. This game is published by Z-Man Games. There has not been a set date of release, but don't worry, we will keep you updated right here at Game Trade Media and Board Games and Beyond. But you can find out more and you can follow that information at zmangames.com. I'm not going to read the rest of that. It's going to be down below or up above.
And, you know, that was the news. Let's check out what's new this week. All right, we have Fireworks by Renegade Game Studios. So, a group of cats has been training very hard to master their profession, shooting off the biggest and the best fireworks in the world. And although they are still rookies, they hope to become experts one day. Which cat can put on the most explosive fireworks display? I can't read that without giggling. I love it. So it's the number of players are 2 through 4. It's for ages 6 and up. Playtime's about 20 minutes, and at $25, like bam, it's a deal.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal either. So up next we have The Mind by Pandasaurus Games. All players are playing together as one team in the first round, level 1. Each player receives 1 card. In the second round, level 2, they receive 2 cards, and so on. The players must not disclose anything about their own cards. No sharing of information, no secret signals.
That makes it hard.
And so how does this game actually work? So this is a silent game. You're literally the mind. You have to.
Oh, I don't know if I could play that game.
So that's pretty crazy. And if you want to find out more about that, you can go over to pandasaurusgames.com. Product The Mind.
It's going to be like a game of facial expressions. And
but it says they cannot disclose anything about their own cards. No sharing of information. No secret signals.
No telepathic.
So how does
please read my brain.
I've seen it played a couple times at different conventions, and it's like this. And you just like lay it down, but it really caught on, and a lot of people really enjoy it.
I can imagine. Up next, we have Aroka by Asmodee Games. So Aroka is a one-of-a-kind multi-puzzle. The ultimate brain teaser challenge. You journey through the 6 levels of Aroka Mastery before taking on the Master Challenges and earning your place as Master of Aroka. Be aware, the fiendishly difficult Master Challenges will test your resolve, patience, and determination. The more you play, the better you become. Can you master the Aroka?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. It actually scares me because anything that says that I must master it, I know I'm immediately going to fail. But I will try and try and try. Much like other games that I've played where I haven't won very many times. Fuse. Never. I have yet to beat that game with anybody. If you want to play it, if you ever see me at a con, let's play some Fuse. But I love those kind of games with challenges and stuff like that. So that takes us into our spotlight.
That it does.
So here we go.
Hi everybody, Dave Taylor here for Game Trade Media. We're at Alliance Open House today, and now I'm talking with Adam Rehberg from Adam's Apple Games.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. Now, last night, I know that Rick and Johnny were sitting down and having a chat with you, but I'm really super curious about what you brought in today.
Yeah, this is something unique, something you can grab your hands on. It's a game called Sword Crafters.
Excellent.
It's a game about crafting a sword, and each player has a three-dimensional sword that they hold as they play.
Slide that out of the way.
Yeah. And at the end of the game, you're comparing your swords. So, of course, right? Like comparing it three ways. So based on length, based on quality. Quality is the number of gems in a row on one side. So on this side, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 quality. Yep. And then magic. And magic is a combination of two different gem types. It's a set collection type game.
Okay, ready.
Yeah. But it's super unique because it's three-dimensional. You're holding your sword. You feel really powerful. And it's got one of the best moments in gaming because you're all like, boom, at the end. Here's my sword.
I beat you all. Cool. So could you give us a quick idea of like how a turn might run through?
Sure.
Okay.
So first off, it's a 1 to 5 player game in 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it's a I cut, you choose mechanic.
Right.
And a lot of set collection in there as well. So what you're doing on your turn is each round, and there are 6 rounds in the game. Each round you are going to have a grid of sword tiles set up. So this time we have a 4x4 grid. Each player in turn order is going to make a slice into the grid. So a slice can be either vertical or it can be horizontal. But it's got to be straight. Okay, it cannot be like a corner slice like that. That's illegal. Again, you can slice into the center as well. So it's kind of showing you all the options. So I would make a slice.
Yep.
Let's say player 2 would make a slice here. Player 3, let's say, makes a slice here. And player 4 is like, you're not getting this giant group, so I'm going to make a slice here. So we're all trying to cut and decide what kind of gems are grouped in, together because we want certain types of gems in our sword.
Okay.
Then in turn order, each player selects a group. So the first player, let's say I was the first player, I would select a group. So maybe here's my sword right now. So I'm looking for blue, yellow, purple, and green.
Okay.
There's a blue, green, and red here, so that may fit the bill. Okay, so I would take that, and I would craft them completely into my sword. So here's what that kind of looks like. Boom. See how I lined the blue and the blue up?
Yep.
And then I'm also able to line the green and the green up. All right, and that is establishing that sword quality.
Okay.
So each player selects a group. So maybe player 2 goes here, maybe player 3 goes here, maybe player 4 goes here. The person that takes the group of tiles that has the forge in it will be the first player to cut, first player to select next round.
Oh, right. Okay.
So it's going to be having this revolving first player. At the end of 6 rounds, at the end of the round, you set up a new grid. At the end of 6 rounds, you compare swords.
Okay, great.
So it's really simple to learn. This one's just been a hit because it's got the I cut you choose strategy that gamers like. Like you can really analyze decisions, but it's also super approachable for kids. So we actually have this rated age range at 6+ with all of our testing and blind testing.
Yeah, I think it definitely looks like a game my daughters would enjoy.
And feel the sword.
Oh, the mighty sword.
It's pretty substantial. Like there was
great.
a ton of development that went into the componentry of this game. So to get this thing to work and to retain its structure as you build it up. Like it's a really novel component design, but it's also really thick cardboard and got a custom coating on it to make it, have some friction and also perform over time.
Because I didn't hear shaking.
You don't hear shaking, no.
No. It's
and this thing is probably right now, this is kind of a typical end game sword size, I'd say.
Right,
and this is probably, 18 inches, yeah. So it's a pretty significant three-dimensional thing that you're building.
Yeah, that's great. Definitely cool. So when you started, what was the genesis for the idea of the game, I guess?
Super interesting genesis. So had been thanks. Had this idea of a kind of just a engine building game in a dungeon, and one of the portions of the game was about upgrading your sword as you fought through the dungeon.
Okay.
Sounds like a super cool game. It was fun, but like we were sitting at Gen Con 2017.
Okay.
Okay, so this was not that long ago, and we said, wait a second, what if? And of course, we're burned out, we're tired.
Right,
it was a great convention. We did really well. We said, wait a second, what for that dungeon crawling sword game? What if you just built the sword?
Right,
and what if it was actually a 3-dimensional thing? And all of a sudden, the light bulb clicked. And like on the drive back from Gen Con, we're designing. I had a prototype cut out the next day.
Right.
You should have seen that thing. It was just so gnarly with cardboard and like
Can
slits
imagine.
in it. Yeah, and just like the whole prototyping and development process of bringing this thing to its final form has been really, really intense and in a short period of time. But super proud of the production quality.
But
here.
incredibly rewarding, I'm sure.
And this box is packed too. So you're going to pick this box up, and it's like 3+ pounds.
Right.
So
it's
just so much
we can see
cardboard in
the
there.
stacks of cardboard tiles on the table here. So what's the price point?
Price point is $35.
$35. So that's a great deal.
It's solid. Yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
there's a ton of stuff here.
There's a lot of loads of replayability that I can see in this.
Totally.
Absolutely. And so a regular game is about half an hour?
It's 30 minutes.
30
Yeah.
minutes? Yep. That's,
So it's a good like gateway weighted game.
Yep.
Because it's again very quick to learn and approachable, and I've actually been really successful too at getting my friends into board gaming with games like these, and Swordcrafters especially, because people just look at it. I mean, and they just come over to the table. It's one of those games. It's got that table presence, and people are just going to be watching you as you're playing.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's fantastic. Well, thanks very much for coming in, Adam.
Of course.
So people can go to adamsapplegames.com.
Yes.
Is that right? And at adamsapplegames on the social medias.
Yep.
And if you want to pick up a copy of Swordcrafters, head to your local retailer. Let them know that they can pick it up from Alliance. And just get in there and start building your swords.
Yes, we need more swords in this world.
I'm just going to start. I'll leave it to your own devices there. But no, cool. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.
All right, so Adam's Apple Games has an amazing, as you can see in the video, an amazing game where you are actually building a sword. You like swords.
I do like swords.
So if you guys want to find out more about Adam's Apple Games, check them out on Facebook. Just type in Adam's Apple Games. Follow them, become part of their community. There's only about 500 people on his page now, but we want to grow his community.
Oh, heck yeah. And you know what? Speaking of communities, let's look at our community shoutouts. All right, first up we have Thunderpone Post-Apocalyptic Arena Combat. So we love the new game designers and those people who are creating and making the community grow, and part of the board game community is on Kickstarter, so we wanted to shout out a project. So you can join the community on Kickstarter and give a look at Thunderpone Post-Apocalyptic Arena Combat. So this game is an intense arena combat for 2 to 6 players, exploding with action, tactical gameplay, and tons of replay value. It's ages 18 and up, so, watch out for that, but just a week or 2 left.
Nice. It's not on our page here, but I want to also shout out another game called Nexus. It's also a tabletop arena combat. They've only got about 23 hours left. They're only about halfway into, they've only got about 50% of their pledge. They have a lot to go. Man. So if you guys out there are interested in another miniature game based on arena combat with some beautiful sculpts, check out Nexus on Kickstarter and pledge if you can. If you can't share it, maybe one of your friends will pick it up. Next we have Space Cadets Gaming, a local game store in Oak Ridge, North Texas. Their mission, states, our mission is to not simply sell games, but rather to meet new people and forge lasting friendships that encourage you to keep coming back. That sounds like a presidential campaign right there. I'm here to make, build a community of gamers.
Well, I mean, Space Cadets.
Yeah, I love it.
It's great.
They give a big shout out to the community and head to your local game store. And we love our local game stores.
We do.
And speaking of which, why don't you guys in the comments below tell us where your local game store is. Just tag them in the comments. Let us know who's your local game store, or if you're the owner of said game store, tag yourself, because we want to see the multitudes and see the community. And I'm going to pick one of those lucky game stores to win a prize. Yes, you'd think we're going to give it to a viewer. Sure, but we want to do something special for our local game stores. And so, yeah, comment below, let us know who they are, and we'll pick a winner, and there's going to be a really cool prize that we're going to send out to them. So check that out. So that's Board Games and Beyond.
That is.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys joining us. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week again at your local game store. I'm Rick.
And I'm Gretchen.
And that's where we're going to see you, is at the game store.
Thanks for watching Board Games and Beyond. If you liked it, leave a like and a comment below, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new content.